It's BBC Radio Leicester. It's coming up towards 10:15. Now, you've said I do. You've got the ring. Now you just need to prepare yourself for the day itself. A piece of cake, right? It just kind of happens, doesn't it? Well, any bride-to-be wants the ultimate wedding. From the choice of flowers to the first dance song, it has to be perfect. And just this week, it's been reported that Harry and Meghan have requested for Ed Sheeran to perform a royal rendition on their big day. How cool's that? So after all the usual formalities, how do you create the best atmosphere to keep your guests partying all night? Well, for Asian weddings especially, there could be a huge audience of Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, whatever. And there's never an issue, though, for a guy called Raj Singh, who's in the studio with us now, voted Best DJ at the British Asian Wedding Awards with his Kikli Roadshow. And Raj in the studio. Morning.
Hi, how you doing?
You've been doing this for a while now, in fairness.
Yeah, 2004 we started, yeah.
And what had you been DJing before, or was it just you thought there's an opportunity here?
Yeah, sort of later college days and early uni days as well. That's where it all started from. And then we set up the roadshow and went into the Asian wedding market, yeah.
Which was booming at the time and has got bigger and bigger ever since.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's, it's huge.
Now, the thing with any wedding is that the music is... It's important, isn't it? Because you've got to pace it right. It's not just rocking up with your choice of music, pressing play and going for it. That doesn't work.
No, it's key. I mean, we always sort of have meetings and, with clients, and we ask for their songs list, preferred sort of music and genres, whether it's from background music to cake cutting, first dance, entrance song, everything. And one thing we always say to clients is, you may have a problem with the venue on the day for whatever reason. It might be, a leak in the roof. Catering might have made a mistake, the food might be cold, whatever. But if the music's on point and everyone's really dancing the night away, that's all that pretty much anyone remembers. So we have a really key job on the day, in that sense.
And again, as you say, if the food's cold or warm, whatever, if the music's bad, people will remember it too.
100%.
What's he playing now?
They will, yeah, that's right. Especially Asian weddings, it's almost like going to an event, like going to a night out, because people dance that much. It really is. So yeah. And
you were saying we were talking about that even the music has changed in the time that the 15 odd years that you've been doing it. So you might have had a Hindu wedding and predominantly it would have been Bollywood style music, for example.
Yeah.
It's not as clear cut as that anymore.
No, because it's sort of people of sort of my generation and younger getting married now. It's you've got to be playing a lot of the latest sort of R&B, house, garage, a bit of everything. So you've got to mix it up and keep it current, as well as keeping, I suppose, the older generation happy as well. So yeah, it's a mixture, and especially with mixed race weddings as well. In the past we've done a wedding where it was a Russian guy marrying a Sikh girl, an Irish girl marrying a Hindu guy. So we've done all sorts. So yeah, and even destination weddings, we've been abroad, and you've got to adapt to obviously the local taste and the local sort of music there as well. Yeah.
So look, and it's not as easy as coming up with a playlist, is it? Because you've also got to make the thing work as a whole. I mean, DJing is a specific art, actually. You're a musician, essentially.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as I say, yeah, a lot of sort of work goes into it. Preparing all the music and downloading the right songs, etc. So yeah.
And we were talking further. I went to a terrific party. A friend of mine was 40 in the summer, and he'd lashed out because it was his 40th, and he got this amazing DJ up from somewhere else in the country. And the thing which just astonished me, for the bits of it I can remember, it was a good party. He was mixing everything from Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, stuff from the 80s, Bananarama, and then the latest house garage stuff.
Yeah.
In this seamless wall of sound. It was incredible.
That's right, yeah. Well, I suppose he was obviously a good DJ, and that's what the top DJs do, isn't it? Take on a bit of a musical journey, I suppose. And like you said, and we were saying off air as well, it's not just the music side as well, it's the whole production and the setting up and the equipment as well, which I think the Asian wedding industry is probably market leaders on, incorporating big LED screens and production lighting and LED dance floors, and there's a lot of sort of equipment that goes into it, yeah. So
one bank of flashing lights is not enough anymore.
No, not anymore. It used to be back in the late 90s.
What did you, when you started off in 2002, did you go for a good light show and stuff first off?
No, we had two speakers. We used to run one off a little stereo. We used to have a little residency on a restaurant on Belgrave Road.
Yeah.
We used to play there, I think, every Saturday. We used to get paid about 100, 150 quid. And then we just started from there, built our confidence. And now, yeah, we're DJing sort of all over the place, hotels on Park Lane and, in Leicester, for example, we regularly DJ at Leicester City Football Club, Leicester Tigers, the bigger venues, playing up to weddings of 1,000 people and more. Sometimes, obviously, the more intimate weddings still occur, but Asian weddings generally are quite big. sort of 400 or 500.
And that in itself also creates an issue, doesn't it? If you're doing a wedding for, a relatively intimate wedding, 80, 100, 120 people or something, that's one thing. If you've got 1,000 people,
Yeah.
you've got to grab their attention, but people also want to talk and catch up, and they don't want to dance. So how do you get? I mean, or do you just crank it up and once the disco's on, that's your lot? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we're quite wary of that. So one thing we'll do, we'll make sure it's nice and loud on the dance floor area rather than being loud throughout the venue, because we appreciate people at the back of the venue will want to talk and catch up, as you say. So the volumes will be right, and then, as you say from previously, the music's got to be right as well. So yeah.
So what's it mean to you to win this award then?
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. Recognition of all the hard work. We sacrifice a lot of time on the weekends, which a vast majority of people will spend with their families. So we're working sort of 7 days a week. But yeah, it's really nice to be recognised for our efforts, and yeah.
It's great. Thanks ever so much for coming in. Thank you. It's really good of you. I mean, I suppose that, being Valentine's Day and all, I guess when it comes to planning weddings and stuff, book early, because I guess you're booked up a long way in advance.
That's right. Yeah, this year's pretty much booked up.
Really?
Yeah, we've taken on about 5-6 weddings that are confirmed for next year, so it's about a year in advance almost. So,
That's
yeah.
incredible. And there's 15 of you doing it.
Yeah, 15 to 20 staff. You take into account, all the technical stuff, the guys setting up, the DJs, the hosts, for social media guys, web design, etc. So yeah.
Great to see you, Reg. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Joining us.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.